suppose you have this given function. Kayo, basta naman nyo na?
I acknowledge like kasi.
Up until definition lang now, ito na yung example. So that is your task to, of course, explore the given example. So for this one, you have to find at what point or at what number is continuous. Just given functions here are discussed. So of course for this one, so at x is equal to 2, of course this will not siya because undefined na din yung function at x is equal to 2. So meaning f of 2 is undefined. So attribution number 1 hindi na satisfy actually. That's why this is discontinuous. So that's why no. How about letter B?
At next 2 yun, sir? Or at ay, ano siya? Yes.
Condition, di ba?
Yes.
Your x is not equal to 0 and your x is equal to 3. So meaning you take the limit of this one as x approaches 0. So of course here your f of 0 is defined. Right? The first condition exists. How about the second condition? Is the limit of this function exist?
Yeah.
So first we have to verify if the right hand limit and the left hand limit are equal. No? So what is the left hand limit for this one? Left hand side. Left hand side. The limit of this one, no? 1 over x squared as your x approaches 0 from the left. In this given form, gusto yung magamit ng
1.5.
So you're in 1.30 now?
Yes.
1.30 plus
0.
Take note from the left hand side.
I even.
And that even this is positive no?
Real.
Or positive no?
Kasi open even.
How about the right hand side?
Negative.
Zero from the right, of course.
Positive.
The limit of that one is infinite. And of course, the limit of your function, the function, the value of your f of a is not the same as this one. So that's why it's this one is not the same. Usually, kung decide they have to actually the value of your limit and its value of that function at x. So take note at f of 0, the value is negative 1. And the value is 1 to 2. And then it becomes plus 1. So that's why how about letters? This continuous at 2 minus solution. So basically, does not exist on your quadratic. How about this one? Of course, you can find the limit of this. So your f of here is this, which is equal to 1. How about the limit of this function? So from the right hand side, from the right, x squared minus x minus 2 over x minus 2. So you need to factor out your numerator now. So what are the factors of your numerator? That's just x minus 2 times x plus 1 over x minus 2. As you can see, commonly na pa ng terms and numerator and denominator, so we can cancel it out. So you have limit of x plus 1 is opposed to from the right. So this is just the limit of x as x approaches to 2 from the right, plus the limit of 1 as x approaches to 2 from the right, and this is by algebra 1. And this is 2 plus 1. And this is by algebra 8 and algebra 7. And this is equal to 2. So same lagyan po na no? Similarly, limit of x squared minus x minus 2 over x minus 2 as x approaches to 2 from the left, that is equal to 2. But the third one, the limit of your function is not equal to your f of t. So that's why it's so the limit of your function is just 3. By seeing on the right hand limit and the left hand. So limit of your x squared minus x minus 2 over x minus 2 as x approaches to 2. But again, the third condition not being satisfied yet. Okay, how about this letter B? That is the greatest integer function. So equivalent biggest integer function, of course, this will be siya for every whole numbers. So as you can see, this is the graph for greatest integer function. So if you need to consider the mga rational function, rational numbers here, of course, this whole number. So as you can see, for that one will understand. And it's the right hand, it's the left hand. That's why the limit is okay, now we have this theorem. So if you have two given functions and they are continuous at that given number, okay, then the sum, the difference, and the product of that function are also continuous at that number A. And if we have this restriction that your g of A is not equal to 0, then the quotient of that two given function is also continuous at that given number. Okay, we have this given example. Additional examples that we are expecting. Okay, determine if the given function is continuous at the indicated number A. Is it consistent? Determine if that this continuity is removable or assumption. And then we can say that this continuity is removable. Then can you say if the limit exists, but possible your f of A does not exist, or ang third condition, hindi nag-equals sila. So either lang ang 1 or 3 ay ang hindi masatisfied for removable. And for essential, of course, ang 2 dyan lang masatisfied. So wala kay limit, so that is essential. Wala kay mag-limit. You cannot do anything to remove the discrimination if that's the case. Okay, given this piecewise function, h of x, and it's given by this following values, 1 plus x, when your x is less than or equal to negative 2 minus x, if your x is in between negative 2 and 2 included, and 2x minus 1 if your x is greater than 2. So, you are to evaluate if this continuous to sharp continuous at x is equal to negative 2. or at x is equal to. So if we're going to solve for this, first, we are to show that so at x is equal to negative 2. We are to verify if the first condition f of negative 2 is this up. So what is f of negative 2? This is just 1 plus the negative 2, and you will get negative 1. So you're going to use this one now. Okay, x is less than or equal to this solution. So this is you need to use the definition of your function, which is given by this. So that means, so your f of negative 2 is this now. How about the second condition? The limit of your function f of x. So we're particular to dapat h ang gamitan because h is given by that definition of the function. So as x approaches to negative 2, if this condition. So we need to verify if the right hand limit and the left hand limit are equal. So consider limit of h of x as x approaches to negative 2 from the left. That is this given value. I was the definition of the function name. Limit of this one, 1 plus x. So 1 plus x as x approaches to negative 2 from the left. And this is just what? Limit of 1 plus the limit of x as x approaches to negative 2 from the left. X approaches to negative 2 from the left. And this is by L1. And this will give you 1 plus negative 2. Of course, this is L7 and L8. And this will be and if we take the limit of your h of x as your x approaches to negative 2 from the right. So this is equal to, okay, from the right, so we need to use this one now, this solution, that x is always bigger than negative 2. So definitely we are going to use this definition of your function. So this is just the limit of 2 minus x as x approaches to negative 2 from the right. And this is equal to the limit of 2 minus the limit of x as x approaches to negative 2 from the right, x approaches to negative 2 from the right. And this is by L2 number. And this is equal to 2 minus the negative 2, and this will be 2 plus that is first the outline. So the limit of your function h of x as x approaches to the negative 2 does not exist. Because the limit of your h of x as x approaches to negative 2 from the right is not equal to the limit of h of x as x approaches to negative 2 from the left. Yan ang reason, no? So, di na tayo proceed sa third position. Okay, dali pa ng daan, na-fail na siya. So, with that, thus, h is discontinuous at what number? That is negative. But this is an essential. isang limit pa daw na exist mo. Okay, any questions so far? So that's equal to 2. So again, the same process. We need to verify the first condition, the second, and the third. So ano lang mag-verify? So, the first condition, h of 2, defined as h of 2. So that is equal to this one now. 2 minus 2, that is just 0. So your h of 2 is this. How about the second condition? Is the limit of this function exist as x approaches to 2. So consider the left-hand limit of your function as x approaches to 2 from the left, and this is equal to 1. The limit of 2 minus x now as x approaches to 2 from the left, and this will give you the limit of 2 minus the limit of x as x approaches to 2 from the left. From the left, and this is 2 minus 2 is 0. And what is the limit of your function from the right? The limit of your h of x as x approaches to 2 from the right. This is equal to the limit of, so you need to use 2x minus 1, no? 2x minus 1 as x approaches to 2 from the right. So this is just 2 times the limit of your x as x approaches to 2 from the right, minus the limit of 1 as x approaches to 2 from the right. So this is just what? 2 times 2 minus 1, and you will get 4 minus 1. So, the limit of your function, of course, does not exist again. So, limit of h of x as x approaches to 2 does not exist, since the limit of your h of x as x approaches to 2 from the left and from the right is not equal to the limit of your h of x as x approaches to 2 from the left. So therefore, your h is discontinuous at 2, no? But this is an essential discontinuity. Okay? Questions? Isa absent. So there are 4 mangoes.
I have an XCR. Meron naglabas isa, sir.
Okay, next example. How about we have this one? This given function here. Okay, let h be defined by this given piecewise function. And as you can see there is this variable, no? A known variable. So for what value of your k is h a continuous function at x is equal to 8? So you're going to solve for k first. Okay, at x is equal to -1. So from here, from this equation, this is just 1. F of -1, that is equal to 2 times substitute the value of x, which is -1, plus 5 all over k. Right? Next, the value of -1 is just 3 now. So you have this 3, which is equal to -2 plus 5 all over k. And then you can cross multiply, or you can multiply both sides by k. So this will give you 3k is equal to -2 plus 5, that is just 3. Divide both sides by 3, and you get 3k. So your h of x will be defined now as this one. 1 plus x cubed all over 1 plus x, 3, and 2x plus 5. F for x is less than -1. F for x is equal to -1. And F for x is bigger than -1. So we are to verify now if it is continuous at x is equal to -1. The first condition, f of -1 is equal to 3, no? So, it exists. How about the second condition? The limit of your function, f of x, h ng gamit, no? So we need to follow the notation. We have this one, we have this. So as your x approaches to -1, so consider the left hand limit. H of x as x approaches to -1 from the left. What is the value of your h of x? That is this one, no? 1 plus x cubed all over 1 plus x as your x approaches to -1 from the left. Now what is this? This is just the limit of 1 plus x, 1 plus 1 minus x, no? Plus x squared all over 1 plus x. So you can cancel it out. And this will equal to the limit of 1 minus x plus x squared as your x approaches to -1 from the left. And this is just what? 1 times -1 division lang pa plus -1 squared. So this is just what? 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 6. Okay, and what is the right hand limit? The limit of your h of x as x approaches to -1 is equal to the limit of this one, no? 2x plus 5. So 2x plus 5 as x approaches to -1 from the right. So this is just 2 limit of x as x approaches to -1 from the right plus the limit of x approaches to -1 from the right of 5. And this will give you 2 times -1 plus 5. And this will give you -2 plus 5. And this will give you 2. So the limit of your function h of x as x approaches to -1 is equal to 3. Since the limit of your left hand side is equal to your limit of your right hand side. And the third condition, of course, the limit of your function h of x as x approaches to -1 that is equal to your f of -1, which is equal to 10. Thus, your h is continuous. at negative 1. Okay, questions. So far? Wala? None? Wala, John? Okay, for your assignment. Please answer number 15. So that's your first assignment. First assignment is not my assignment. So number 15, that is your first item for your assignment. Okay, next we have this theorem, the IVP. So it is the intermediate value. Okay, according to this theorem, if you have this function f, which is continuous on the closed interval, let's say you have this interval from A and B. So closed intervals meaning up to say and then in between A and B. And W is any number between your f of A and f of B. So if you have the values of your x at A and at B, so that will correspond to f of A and f of B. And in between after the amount of values in functions. So then there is a number C, which is an element of your closed interval, such that f of your C is just your W. So once you substitute that value C or that number C, that is just equal to your W. So what's your W? That is any number between f of your and f. So it's just the value of your function of that given number. Okay, the intermediate value theorem says that a function must take on every value between its endpoints at least one, provided the function is continuous on a compact interval. So it means that a continuous function f on AB cannot skip over any values between your f of A and f of B. Otherwise, the graph of f would need to jump across the line-wise equal to W. Something that continuous functions cannot do, diba? For continuity, wala dyan na siya halo, no? Wala yung break points, wala dyan, diba? So straight and there. A function may take on a given value W more than once. So possible, no? There are a lot of, for a given values of your x, equal gamma is not W. So that means your W is not necessarily. So as you can see here, if we're going to illustrate that given theorem, so this will be the corresponding interpretation of that one. So suppose this is your closed interval from A to B. Of course, correspondingly, this will be your f of A. No? So at this point here, that will be your f of A. And your f of B will be this point here. And this will be the graph of your function. You'd say that's the behavior of your function. And with that, of course, possible at C, which is an element of your closed interval, no? Let's say the S is C. So for that one, that will be your f of C, no? Corresponding. That is the value of f of C, and that is denoted by your W. So that the line W here touches your function, of course. So this one here, pwede siya isa lang ang W. But there is also another case for which more than one ang W. For which this given values of your C1, C2, and C3, the function which is your W's. Okay? So as a consequence for that theorem, we have this corollary. Okay, suppose that f is continuous on this given closed interval, and the product of the f of A and f of B is negative numbers. So negative number no less than 0. Then there exists this number C, which is an element of your AB such that your f of C is equal to 0. What does it mean? F of C is equal to 0. That means your C is just the project solution for your function, or that's just related for your okay? Sinabaw na no, if we can find a root inside of that interval, if we are to consider this, no? The product of f of A and f of B, dapat negative siya. If we satisfy this condition, then we're sure that we can find a number for which mapa-zero niya ang function. Diba? Kasi ang zero function, kung root siya, diba? Root or solution siya sa inyong function in layman's term, no? Right? Am I right? Am I wrong? Saan mga durog din? So, energizer. So, kung ano? Icebreaker. So, we have this given example. So, there are a lot of this problem. Okay, use the intermediate value theorem to verify that the following functions have zeros in the given interval. Then use the method of dissections to find an interval of length 1 all over 32 that contains the zero. So bisection naman you have until you get this length. So meaning, ang difference na sa difference sa interval is just 1 over 32. So by section method, you have to use 1 interval. Suppose you have this one here, diba? 2/3. 2 and 3. Of course, you need to use the IV3 now. For which, sure na I look for that one or consists of zeros. So you need to satisfy this one. Dapat ang product of these two ay negative numbers. So sure lang or not, ay one number in between of that open interval for which mapa-zero niya. Okay? Alright. Sample those. Okay, number 1. So you have given this one at this given close interval from 2 and 3. At x is equal to 2. What is your f of 2? This is what? 2 squared minus 7. And that is just 4 minus 7. You get negative 3. How about at x is equal to 3? So your f of 3 is what? 3 squared minus 7. That is just 9 minus 7 is 2. So by IVT,
what do we have then? What do we have?
f of 2 times f of 3. That is just negative 3 times 2, no? So negative 6. Less than 0. So with that, we can, by this result, you can find number C. So it follows that what? There exists C1, the element of your asa na siya nabilang? Sa inyong 2 and 3, no? Such that f of C1 is equal to 0.
Ano yun, sir? It follows that, ano yung symbol for C? It follows that, ano yung next symbol, sir? F, yes.
There exists.
There is.
Shortcuts are there exists. Simple.
Ano yun, sir?
Sa universal and existential, BMW.
Okay.
Discrete man. Universal and existential quantifier. Symbol. Existence. Diba for all, this is one for universal for all. For existence, there exists U1. So again, something mo na one mo na po na no? Left. Square bracket. So by section method, we need to what? Half this.
Square root of the integral because whatever you're trying to makuha naman up to one open intervals. 1 over
So this is now the bisection now. You need to add the beginning point and the end point divided by 2. So in between nila, you have this one, 5 over 2, so that is just what? 2.5. So consider the interval. So f of 2 times the f of C1. Ilan man? Your f2 is negative 3, no? Times 2.5. So that is just negative 7.5, no? Which is less than 1. And the other way around, if you choose f of 3 and f of C1, positive siya. So with that, we can track off. So for sure that this one here, this given interval for that one, and I is given. So we now have this interval, what? From 2 to 2.5. So there exists C2 in 2.5, no? So you have 2 and 2.5 or 2.5. So ito no? So i-cut off mo siya sa 2.5. Hapa rin diba? This one or this one. So we need to verify kung sa interval ng ata ng 0. So we need to verify this one. The product of this one dapat negative. So based on this one, the product of this two here, negative siya. So we need to verify for this one, okay, positive din siya actually. So you cannot find zeros for this one for a number in between of this interval. So kanya to i-consider kaya na for sure na may zeros. Yes.
Multiply mo f of 2 and f of c sub 1.
Yeah. Your c sub 1 is 2.5. This value.
Or di ba dapat i-plug ang 2.5 sa x squared minus
Wala akong sorry. One mistake. So we need to use the value of your function. F of 2.5. So this is not 1. This is not 2.5. So what is f of 2.5? This is equal to 2.5 squared minus 7. This will give you what?
Negative 3, 4.
Ilan?
Negative 0.7.
Ang 2.5 sa? 2.5 squared. So this is 6.25 now. Minus 7, and this will be negative 0.75. Negative 0.75 now. So when this is positive.
Yan ang ginanap natin.
So negative, may positive 2.25 na, which is positive. But f of 3 times f of C1, what is the value? F of 3 is 2, no? Times negative 0.5. So this is, ito na ng value. Negative 1.5 na, and this is the solution. So, there exists C2. It's an element of this one, 2.5, and with section method again, what is that? C2. So C2 is just what? 2.5 plus 3 divided by 2 now. And this is 5.5 divided by 2. 5.5. So consider this one, no? The closed interval.
One interval pa lang.
2.5 to 2.75 or 2.75 So solving for your f of C2. So that is just what? 2.75 squared minus 7, no? And this will give you what? 7.5, 6.5 minus 7, this is just what? 0.5625. So if we take the product of f of 2.5 times your f of C11. What is your f of 2.5? That is negative 0.75 now. Times your f of C2 is 0.565. So you're sure that this one is less than 0 now?
What interval, bro? We have another one.
What? Negative 0.4. And that is less than 0. So here, of course, we're sure that this given interval no, from 2.5 to 2.75, there exists a number for which we
So yan, interval.
One last time.
So we don't have to work. Hindi na
So,
tayo
kung bakit, ito po may color na. Yung pinapay na sa kanina interval. 2.5 of 2.75. So, 1/4. 1/4, no? So, your call is 1/32.
My God!
So,
What's the definition of it?
so thus, there exists C3, no? The element of
Just one question. It's just this.
What's this one?
2.5 to 2.75.
Yeah. Who made this corollary? I just want to talk.
What is this C3? 2.5 plus 2.75 divided by 2. That is just 1.
We have to do this 5 times. We have to
Divided by 2, that is 2.65. So consider the following interval.
Si Tuta Bulay.
Mag-third na yan.
So it is 2.5 and 2.65.
Si Tuta Bulay.
So, only pick ng 2.5 because it's not closer to 0. Because of 0.75 is
What is your F of 2.625? That is 2.625 raised to 2 minus 7 naman. 6.8901 minus 7. So negative naman si F of 2.625. So sa positive sa F of 2.75 or F of 2.5.
F of 2.5 is 2.5, you know?
Negative na si F 2.5, no?
0.75.
So meaning si F of 2.75 ang positive. So 0.565.
Ay, 2.25.
F of 2.625 times your F of 2.75, no? Negative, this one's negative, this one is positive. So negative are the So there exists number C4.
Yeah.
Operator 2.625.
One more, bro.
And then one another blank leakage 2.625.
Yeah, okay, 1/8 pa man ang next na ano, na 1. So we're gonna do C4 and then C5. Yeah. So by then, okay, C5 okay. Wait.
So by sensing answer, so we're going to half interval.
Number 1.
So your C4 that is just what?
1 or 1
2.65 plus 2.75 divided by 2, this will give you what? 2.65 plus 2.75 divided by 2, that is 2.675. But what is your F of So this is what? 2.6875 squared minus 7. This is what?
Something negative na.
Something 7.2227 minus 7.
So, you have to do the other interval.
That is just 0.
Positive man siya.
Positive siya.
Bikas interval.
So,
Okay, partner, 2.26875 OC. 2.625 alpha, 2.625 net value.
Negative. Ay, hindi pala. Negative 0.1.
Negative siya, no?
104.
So, partner, negative times positive. That is negative. So, you have f of 2.625. So, you're sure that that is
your
less than
assignment is 2 of that.
There exists C5. It's an element of 2.625 and 2.628. Kailan ang electron natin?
There exists affinities.
So you have 2.687 left minus 8.6.
It's like board in red.
Mahal ba siya sa ata?
It's like
Board in red.
So close. I was so close.
this thing, it's like
I'm about 0.
So by bisection method again.
I'm about to 0. I'm so close. Who made that?
C5 is equal to
Who made that 0?
Isang pa naman max
2.625 plus 2.6875 divided by 2. You will get what? You have 5 point.
It takes that answer.
we're almost there.
So 2.6525. 2.6525. So we got once. What is your F of 2.65625? 2.65625 squared minus 7. That is just what?
So you have to check
Sir,
that you
7.055 minus 7. That is just 0.0557.
It's about to 0. About a 0. About a 0.
So what is, so may multiply ng 2.6525 para mag-apply siya si F of 2.625 pasok na siya negative.
negative.
Alis na, no?
Yes, sir.
Times F of
2.625.
F by 2.625. So there exists
C5.
Because when you
the element of
zero na,
open interval 2.625 and 2.65.
positive. 0.5.
Let's know the left.
Still negative.
Saan yung lagi?
Because it's positive. So you don't have to rely on the other interval.
2.6535 minus 2.625. So you have 0 point. Your left one is 0.03125. What is the length of 1 divided by 30? That is 0.315. Alberta. Yes! We can find this value at this given. Sir, of length, 1/32, or that is just 0.3.
MMW na.
Yeah, your assignment is your
Okay. C6.
Starting
Pero we won't be able to get that. We're just trying to find the interval.
So that means you just have to do this 6 times.
So, ang answer is
Or depende kung ano.
Yeah, it's the third one. I didn't use the method of
So
bisection
what
to find the
interval? Of
interval.
course, this given interval, 2.65 and 2.65.
so anong use yan?
So for this given interval, you can find a number for which the zero in your function.
F of C equals 0. Okay.
So muna siya ginagamit na that has a length of 1/32.
So, starting length na mo, sir, is not 1. We are that. Kung starting length na mo, dili 1. We have to do that one more time. Kasi that's like
9 guys. Hey, one long length is
So,
1/32.
starting length. So dapat gamay na kayo ng ano, distance sa distance siya lang nasa 1
So we will stop if the
Yeah.
length of our
But the length is that one. So that will be the given interval for which ang length sa interval is 1/32. So for such, you can get a number na makapasibig sa inyo.
So, in other countries, I'm telling you like, close interval is in the and then find
So dapat godo lang yung interval para dili mo. Kung ka na,
abot na ko sa sir, si Sander.
Siyempre, yung B na saan siya yung B.
okay sa sure sa ihakap. Ihakap ko na yan ba? Para makali mo, ihakap mo. Cut. By side. Yeah, so for C1, using that interval, and it was specified section, para mapalala ko sa divided by C1. Ang C1, diba, ipapit sa function,
Saan mo daw?
is substitution para mapalala. Kung hindi compare English, ang value sa function, ang previous value sa mga function,
75.
kung hatag ba siya ang negative, para mga you're sure that you can find the number for which okay, we're done with that one song. Let's move on to
B.
the squeeze theorem.
Yeah, squeeze me.
I like being squeezed. I think the ball. Kaya according to squeeze theorem, so masandwich no? Di ba naman may kuhan, mga palakaw? Di ba mga pan, mga slice bread, kailangan ba siya palakaw?
Wow.
So in terms of functions, of course, we have also okay, suppose you have this function f of x which is in between siya pang function g of h. So may natukan siya, no? For all x in some interval cd, except possibly at the point a is known of cd, that and your limit of g of x here, if you take the limit of your function g of x, that is just your L. And if you take the limit of your h of x, that is just h of x, which is equal to your L. So, you have no choice that nakatuwa mo siya, no? This is L here, this is L. So the limit of your function f of x is L. Sandwich man siya. Ano siya in between those So we will be using this one in order to solve for this formula. So that the limit of your sine x all over x, as x approaches to 0 is just 1. So you can use using squeeze theorem, no? Actually, for formal proof for this one, you can also use this algebraic proof for that one. Now more on convention. Ang proof niya is very elegant. Here, like, we're just comparing using squeeze theorem. So we're just comparing the bounds, the upper bound and lower bound. So as you can see, diba, this f of x here is bounded above by this h of x and bounded below by g of x. Ano ng bounds? So, restricted na f of x, no? Ako siya kang g of x, but hindi siya ulapas na h of x. So with that, showing this one using the squeeze theorem. Because this is very important because we were going to use this formula in evaluating the limit of sine function and cosine function. For cosine function, we have also this one.
I'm so excited.
So first, you also put what's the limit of sine x over x is x1 goes to 0. Okay, take note what is the range for your sine function.
1 and negative 1.
Yes, definitely. It's just negative 1 and 1. So your sine x is in between negative 1 and 1. Right?
How about the bad sex?
Hindi naman figure by
So with that one, we need to give the lower bound for your sine x and the upper bound for your sine x. Of course, for if your x is greater than or equal to 0, you know ba niya siya, no? That your x is less than or equal. And that is greater than what? Your x is greater than sine x, greater than or equal to sine x.
Yes.
The upper bound. Note ba niya siya, di ba? So here, kung na kay x, dapat kailangan subtract. So you need to subtract x from that given number para tinag that it is the lower bound for sin x. Okay, if your x is equal to 0, we can verify if tinodjud siya ng inequality. If your x is 0, this side of 0, that is 0 now. So 0 minus 1 over 6 and 0. So 0. 0 diapan. Not equal. How about 1? Sine of 1, kailangan. So this one 1 minus 1 over 6. Of course, that is just 5 over 6 now. What is your sine of 1? So be sure na kalagyan mo ganyan yung calculator.
Radian or degree?
Radian.
Kasabi lang radian.
The sine of 1. That is 0.84. What is 5 out of 6? That is 0.83. So for whatever values over x, as long as positive siya. 1 over 6 equal to trial and error. Basta trial and error na siya. So lahat na mo nga, basta lahat sa okay, now, if we consider the negative values of your x. So of course, marigot siya, no? This will be now inequalities for that one. So you have x is less than or equal to the sine x, which is less than or equal to x minus 1 over 6x cubed. And take note, you have this identity, no, for the sine function. That the sign of the negative of x, that is just the negative of your sine x. So we use that one, of course, now. For your x is not equal to 0, you will now have this one. 1 minus 1 over at 6x squared is less than or equal to sin x all over x, which is constant. So with that one, then divide both sides now by x, and we will get this first one. So meaning, your x now is restricted to 0. Again, divide mo na. And of course, in division, it should be your divisor is not equal to 0 para define equal. So with that, you now have this one. And if you take the limit of your left-hand side, that is just the limit of 1 minus 1 over 6x squared, as x approaches to 0. Diba? So with that, that is just 1. And how about this one? The limit of constant is 1. So, the limit of your middle function will be 1. It's just 1. It's equal to 1. By Swiss cube. Next, for limit of plus sign, of course, it's given by this one. And the same would normal. Panda, construct of inequality. Lower bound and the upper bound. And you will get this. Using the Swiss cube, you will get this first one. So we're not particular with the proof, no? So we are particular with the formula here. Mag-iba na siya, because siya pagkuha. But definitely, we need this one to apply that one sa given context. So now we have this given problems.
Number 11.
Okay, number 1. What is the limit of sine of 11x all over x
One.
plus x approaches to 0?
Sine 11 over 1 on the answer.
So 1.
Di ba siya masine 11?
Sure? Sine of 0. So basically for this one, we need to use now the limit of sine x as x approaches to 0, which is equal to 1. So dapat ang angle ninyo the same as yung denominator. Take note, ang angle niyo the same as yung denominator. So what should you do? Anong kailangan gawin? Ignore? Ignore your element. So this is the limit of sine 11x divided by x as x approaches to 0. So this is the same as the limit of 11 times sine 11x all over 11x as x approaches to 0. If you're going to divide that one same number, it's just 1. So with this, 11 is constant, right? So we can pag-also na sa limit. So you have the limit of sine 11 of x all over 11 plus x approaches to 0. And as you can see, the same denominator and that is just 11 times 1. That is just 11.
Sir, ulit na, sir. Bakit magilagay na 11 sa baba?
Hindi na kapag mag-multiply ka ang 1 actually. So dapat 11 mo, dapat makita ka 11.
Para save.
Ang goal guys, dapat same din siya kung same ng denominator para magamit na same and same now para magamit din natin. So in particular, since 11x man siya, dapat na 11 to the upper. How are you going that one? How are you going to do that? So 11 divided by 11 is just 1. So naka-11 sa numerator, naka-11 sa denominator. And then since 11 here is just constant, no? Di ba siya mag-matter sa yung limit? So siya pagawas. Para, with now, para mag-multiply siya. Ang output is the same as your denominator. Taking the limit of that one by this result, and it's just 1. In particular, this is in general now. General na siya for x. So, because of this x can be 11x or other quantity. Okay? How about number 2?
Is it by limit to times 3? Wow! By 11.
Do the joking lang.
Yung times times 3 over 3 times 3 ano, 3 over 3 times. So this is agreement of sine of 3 times 2 and 6.
Times 3.
So this is just the agreement of 3 sine So this is just so different yung one, no? Yan, 3 out of 3. But take note, na 0 mag-give na siya here.
That's a classic mathematics.
So, you can use yung another statement. So this is just what? 3 times 1. And this is 3.
I will At this, wala na yun. Divide by 2 and then by 6.
Or times manipulate.
Tapos,
How to be your C to your C.
okay, answer number 3. Ito po tangent. What is the quotient identity of cotangent?
1 over